Hello friends, James Stevenson back with another episode of Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today. I am joined by my co-host Loki for today's session. He used to start off all these videos cuddled up with me over here before I had a Loki cam, and now it's a little bit more rare to have him over here, but he's feeling tired after just eating his breakfast while we filmed the previous episode of Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today. Pardon my dryer buzzer. But let's go ahead and find out who's hating hard on Tesla today in this video. And today's hater is going to be Jake Broe, at Broe_Jake on Twitter. So I had never seen this person before either. Our previous hater, Patrick S. Tomlinson, appeared from nowhere yesterday to get knocked down by people who had facts to counter his thread full of lies. Now, here's another one from Jake Broe. Just tell me what you think is being insinuated. I'll read you the text of this tweet and then the text under the photo in the meme, and just guess at what message is meant to be conveyed by these words. It's always worth reminding Musk's fanboys that these are the brilliant men who founded Tesla. Elon was just a Series A investor who bought in, then sabotaged the company enough until these men were pushed out. Then he spent the next 10 years telling everyone he founded Tesla. And the caption under here, this is a picture of Mark Tarpenning and Martin Eberhard. They founded Tesla, you know, in case you thought it was someone else. At Crunchy Rugger. Sorry for the affectation on the vocal for those. It just felt like the appropriate voice to use for those. All right, so I had to reply, you're not trying to fool people into believing this picture was taken before Elon Musk invested in Tesla, are you? Because there would be no Tesla Roadster in that photo if Elon hadn't invested $30 million in Tesla more than 2 years beforehand. And then I provided the receipts with a link to sfgate.com with an article published August 9th, 2006, which is when that photo was taken. August 2006. Keep that in mind. So here's where the photo came from for that meme. And they interviewed Eberhard and Tarpenning for this article, right? So whose version of events did they get for this article? Eberhard, probably, mostly, and Tarpenning. So Elon has called Martin Eberhard the worst person he's ever worked with in his life, and he has worked with some real jerks. And I have replaced a different word with jerks to keep this clean for family content. Neither one of these guys put very much of their own money in, and they had made a bunch of money co-founding the Rocket ebook firm, which is how they got the money to be able to start a company at all. But what they had basically was a PowerPoint deck. They had an idea for an electric car company, and not much else, right? They didn't have a factory to build a car. They didn't have a car to build. AC Propulsion had a car. They had made the T0, and Martin Eberhard had been driving it around. So they had that. They had the knowledge that it was possible to make a fast electric car, and a business plan, meaning a PowerPoint deck that said, hey, here's the total addressable market, and here's the kind of product we think we would like to make, and here's about how much revenue we think we could make, and that would make us a profitable company. Please invest in our startup so that you can make a giant profit when this company becomes really valuable, right? So that's what they had before they met Elon. Elon and J.B. Straubel separately had also met the folks from T0 and tried to convince them to start an electric car company, and the people at T0 were not interested in it. But they said, hey, Elon, a couple of other guys were just through here, and they said they want to start an electric car company. So go talk to them, and maybe you can start an electric car company with them, right? So Elon and JB had a meeting with Martin and Mark Tarpenning, and Elon ended up contributing half the money of that Series A round, without which there would not have been a company. There would have been no Teslas without Elon believing in it enough to actually put his money up. These other guys were far less willing to put their own money at risk, which is evident by the amount they invested. Not very much. Okay. So they wrote a business plan. Here's the business plan part. And set about raising money. Let's go find other people's money to make this company. And the big windfall came in April 2004. So that's how I'm saying more than 2 years earlier. Elon was already on board as a founder in April 2004. That's as long ago as you would want, right? So these guys had only decided they wanted to try to make an electric car company less than a year before. I think it was July 2003 when these two decided they would like to have a company called Tesla. But they hadn't gotten anywhere with it. They didn't have a business address. They didn't have a P.O. box. They didn't own the trademark for Tesla. They didn't own Tesla.com. Elon had to send somebody to go buy Tesla.com away from the person who owned it. All right, so the rest of this article I'm not going to read. But yeah, that was my response here. And some other people tagged on below as well. And I thought I had found some more replies here from people. Oh yeah, so somebody said their post literally says he was an investor. Yeah, it did. So you're saying a fair paraphrase of the original tweet would be these two men would never have sold a single Tesla vehicle without Elon Musk's help? That is not what the intention of the original tweet was. It wasn't to say, hey, look at these two losers who would have never sold a car without Elon Musk's help. That is not what it was saying. The insinuation that I inferred, anyway, maybe you have a different take, leave your different take in the comments below if you do, was, hey, Elon Musk just came along and bought a company that was already successful without him, and then claimed credit for it. Oh yeah, and it said he sabotaged the company. Elon Musk saved the company. Martin Eberhard sabotaged the company by lying to Elon Musk about how much it was costing to make the Roadster. Elon had to go back and raise the price of the Roadster so that it would be above Tesla's cost to manufacture it. Martin Eberhard came within a hair's breadth of bankrupting Tesla a long, long time ago, and it was only because Elon put the last of his money in that Tesla was saved. So I don't want to hear anything about Elon Musk sabotaging Tesla. That is not how that went down. The only reason he went in with Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning in the first place was that he was busy with SpaceX and did not want to have to be CEO of two companies at once. Because it was so important to keep SpaceX alive back then, he wanted to devote most of his attention there. But they needed so much help from him at Tesla that he ended up spending a lot of time there, to the point that in a few interviews with Elon that I've seen, he said he wished he had never involved Eberhard and Tarpenning. He wished he would have just done it with JB. So before Elon, they had a business plan. Yeah, before Elon, Tesla was only an idea for a business. Do you know how much an idea for an electric car company was worth in 2004? Not worth the CO2 to verbalize it aloud. Elon has often described the reaction their pitch got from Silicon Valley venture capitalists as stupidity squared. You want to start a car company? That is stupid. You want to start an electric car company? That is doubly stupid. You're definitely going to go bankrupt trying that idea. And that's all the two original founders, the real founders, had. They had an idea that nobody thought was worth investing in until Elon Musk came along and invested in it and made it happen. And that is Who's Hating Hard on Tesla today. Today it was Jake Broe. All right, we'll check back in on the Loki cam. There's Loki cuddled up in bed, sleeping. And with that, I will say if you've enjoyed today's video, click the like button. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, why not go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to get alerts whenever I post fresh content to YouTube. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon and by joining my YouTube channel, especially my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Halter Ferguson Financial. And I'll see you in the next one.